नमस्कार दोस्तों, हम फिर से वापस आ चुके हैं with of course day number 6 of eISL powered by Coca-Cola. Again, before we get things going on, a huge shout out to our associate sponsor, Hero, our esports partners, Nordwind Gaming, our platform partners, PlayStation, to make things possible over here. And अब आ चुके हैं एक बहुत ही इंटरेस्टिंग टाई के तरफ, जहाँ पे हमने इनिशियली अजीम और मैंने चर्चा करी थी. It's gonna looking a little bit tipsy turvy, where you expect the more experienced players to clash off. This is not the case over here. यहाँ पे Lokman has decided to go after Afnan. I think he's seen that jitter and he's feeling confident कि पहले गेम में अगर लीड दिला सके, and maybe highly rely on Akshat to pull off a surprise. But उससे पहले एक बार फिर से we've got to keep our eyes on the schedule a little bit over here, as there you have it, FC Goa going up against Kerala Blasters.
Yeah, and of course, first game we saw Odisha versus Jamshedpur, a very common scoreline of 2-2, almost a 2-2 in the first game as well. कह सकते हैं कि ये मैच में काफी 2-2 में हो रहा था. That is an incredible joke that I've just come up with. But Afnan versus Lokmanyu, I'm sure, is going to be interesting, because if Afnan gets it together and gets the result against Lokmanyu, even if he gets a draw out of that, then suddenly the pressure is massively on Akshat, who has had a tournament similar to Afnan in that sense, not really got it together completely, and has had to rely on the co-op game and Lokmanyu's leadership to get the win against Jamshedpur FC, and of course against Bengaluru they were outplayed quite a bit. Lokmanyu also was couldn't get the result in that game, so all to play for in this one. FC Goa completely unbeaten so far, so it'll be good.
Yeah, FC Goa continuing with their unbeaten run. I think the stacks are a little bit favored to their side, but when anything can happen in a game of FIFA. But before we get the matches started, let's hear it from the players in an exclusive footage that we've got for you guys.
My name is Vanshad Sharma. I'm 18 years old and I'm from Mumbai city.
Hi, my name is Afnan Amin Khan. I'm 18 years old from Bhopal and I'm representing
FC Goa. FC Goa is famous for its beaches and it has some excellent players in their football team.
We're one of the best teams in eISL. The fans are amazing and I'm looking forward to representing it.
I'm a passionate and a competitive FIFA player that has been playing since 2018.
I love playing it in the free time. Even when I'm doing something, I just want to grab my controller and play FIFA.
I play football in real life and I hope I can give the game what it's given me.
Keep loving us, keep supporting us.
Me and my teammate will give an excellent performance representing FC Goa.
My name is Lokmani Chaturvedi. I'm 25 years of age from New Delhi.
My name is Akshat Khandelwal, born and brought up in Jaipur, Rajasthan. My age is 23.
And I'll be representing
Kerala Blasters.
So I've been playing FIFA professionally for the last 5 years and I've represented the country at the highest stage as well.
I've been playing FIFA since FIFA 10. Not because I want to be a professional in it, but I love this game.
I was a professional footballer myself, so moving to FIFA was a natural shift. And to be able to create that magic on the virtual pitch is something that excites me the most.
After the 12 years of long journey, I can hopefully win this tournament.
Kerala Blasters FC has a massive football following.
Players are nothing without their fans.
Football runs in their blood, as we all know that, and what better way to connect with the club than to play FIFA for them.
Well, quite some encouraging words from the players, all riled up just to get the match started. And, well, like we said, we were talking about some interesting turn of events happening right off the bat. We're going to have the first matchup, of Nan going up against Lokmanyu. Now we're talking about, the tie-ups over here. Slightly, like we said, it's slightly favored towards FC Goa because as to why Afnan has that online presence, right? We've seen him in the past. He's one of those players that has the experience but has been nervous, right? I think this is where I believe he should have gotten over it. This is where you are supposed to be, getting used to this entire atmosphere over here. Whereas, the entire burden today is going to be on Akshat, right? On how he performs. For Kerala Blaster FC to excel, he needs to deliver.
Yeah, and Afnan, I think, initially I used to think that he's just looking very nervous, but I think this is just how he always looks. But I think we saw that V Sharma was very, very complimentary about him when we spoke to him in the interview last. He said that he's a really, really good player. Also in co-op, we've seen them do well, and FC Goa have proved to be a very clutch team. Both the games, both their matches have gone down to the wire. Both of them have gone to the last game, and they've managed to get the win there because their co-op play has been very strong. So Afnan, now let's see if he has the ability to just pull out that. He doesn't even need to get the win. If he can just get a draw as he did in the last game, V Sharma will be feeling confident against Akshat. It's very finely balanced because on paper, for all the individual games, you know who the favorite is to win. But it's in a game of FIFA, form at this level goes completely out of the window. It's all about how you're feeling in that moment. You just pick up that controller, you start playing, suddenly those passes start reaching where you want, those tricks start coming off, and then suddenly the confidence surges through.
Yeah.
So I don't think there's any foregone conclusions over here. But interesting that Lokmanu deciding that he wants to go up against Afnan or vice versa, whoever has made that call based on how the teams decide their fixtures. So yeah, let's see how they go.
So I mean, or like you mentioned, it could be also on the reverse, right? V Sharma deciding to maybe let the match go to a co-op because he knows that once it goes there, the ball is definitely in their court, right? Afnan and V Sharma, they've been impeccable in their co-ops. We've seen those really good plays coming out, and well, V Sharma has got something to be smiling about. He's got that sly
Yeah,
smile, as if
yeah,
he's seen through Lokmanu's soul. But so Lokmanu ever so gripped onto its screen, he does not want to pay any attention to his opponents, and they've got a plan in their mind. Either they're completely baffled, they just they've gone crazy. Like, how did this happen? I'm going up against Lokmanu now. Now imagine, if Afnan can pull off a shocker, right? If he can defeat Lokman, then this is it. You're talking about the tie being settled right in the the first game itself, because second game, I mean, V Sharma is definitely speculated to be the one thrashing, and there you go, some sportsmanship between those two players. They've gone up against each other in the past as well. Wishing luck, and now I think it's time for the game to begin.
yeah. Let's see how they set up. I mean, they're going to be setting up pretty much the same way that they have been all throughout this tournament. Let's see what they can do. I think we've also seen the relationship between V Sharma and Afnan building over the course of these last week. Because in the first game, you could see there was not a lot of really communication, talking between them. But I think V Sharma has also realized that Afnan does need a little encouragement. He does need an arm around the shoulder, and we've seen that now. We've seen a little smiling, joking, which was not there in the first game when obviously there was a lot of nerves. And I think we have kicked off the FC Goa boys in orange against the Kerala Blasters in their away kit, which is all black.
And there you have it, right? It's the matchup which we were all waiting for. And this is it, Afnan going up against Lok Manu. And right off the bat, Afnan has been looking really confident, keeping the possession on. And Lok Manu, he's going to be determined. He's just waiting for that right, moment where he could just intercept one good pass and then start and build up his own attack. But so far, I am really liking this. From Afnan's side. He's not let any ball slip by. He's maintained that possession, and could be a good day for FIFA for him.
Yeah, let's see what he can do. I think he's being patient. It's very, very good to start being patient. Just move your opponent around. Lovely little bit of tricks over there. One too many at the end. And now let's see. For Afnan, defense has been a little bit of a weakness for him. He rectified it a bit in his last match. It was a one-all draw, so only conceded the one in that game. But in his first game, I think he got destroyed pretty much by Akshat, who was on the Akash, I believe, who was at the peak of his powers. I think it was a 6-1 scoreline. And slowly but surely, I'm sure we're going to see his confidence coming back, because it's very hard. First up, a tournament of this magnitude, you come in, you're away from home, suddenly you're on a tournament that's been broadcasted and streamed everywhere, and you get thrashed 6-1. It's not a nice feeling, but he made a decent comeback, didn't lose his last game. And now Lokmanu being very patient. This time he's found the opening. He's had to now move his central defender out of position slightly. No, he's back in there. Looks like Mbappe is playing in central defense, which is a very strange tactic to employ. Yeah, he has Mbappe as a central defender, and what is going on there? I'm not quite sure what's happened. I think maybe it's a tactical glitch, or he's not set up his team right. But that was very bizarre, and we see Kerala Blasters taking the lead.
Yeah, I mean, against a player like Lukmanyo, if you're gonna try to pull off such shenanigans, having Mbappe in the backlines, I'm pretty sure Lukmanyo is a player who's gonna punish you for that, and he's done
Yeah.
that on this particular occasion. But more than that, again, Lukmanyo having that confidence. We did witness against the matchup against Varsi, I believe, where he was trying to create so many chances, and it was all getting defended. And up to a point where he started feeling really bad about himself. But I think they've
Yeah.
done a really good job
But
of
this is a
sort of.
tactic. He does have Kylian Mbappe playing centre back, or did at least. I think no. I think there was a tactical problem, and we did see that FC Goa had queued a pause, and I think he had identified that. So maybe just got something wrong in his team setup just before the game, which saw his centre back and his striker swapped in positions. And I can explain sort of why that happens, because when in Ultimate Team, when you're setting up your team, you set it up for max chemistry so that players have the maximum potential. As we see Pele getting into the box, let's see if we can make a quick comeback over here. Very good trick, and he's got the shot away. So unlucky there, getting it blocked, and it is offside.
but
Very, very unlucky over there.
But then again, Zim, that was a really ballsy play coming out of Lokman. Had that been a mistimed tackle, it could have gone in for a penalty. And I think
Yeah.
he's done a really good job at that. But Afnan, I must say, of course, he's conceded one. It was a little bit unlucky from his side. But overall, I'm really liking this outlook from Afnan's side, right? He's been looking way confident than he used to be ever before. So this little gap that we had has certainly, calmed his nerves, and he's again in for another attack.
Yeah, I mean, he is there, just a little bit unfortunate with that pass, not able to get it through. And now on the counter attack, he does have his full complement of defense available. Again, very, very unnecessary. And we've seen that with Afnan a bit. He tends to go very aggressively, go all in for that tackle, particularly with the central defenders. It's very risky to do that. You can afford to do it when you're defending with a striker or a winger or even a midfielder, you can get away with it. But if you overcommit your central defender against players of Lokmanyu's quality, it's going to be difficult. Afnan has looked positive on attack. He's creating chances well. He's keeping the pressure. He's keeping Lokmanyu pretty much pinned back in his half. And let's see now if he can outthink him. This is what it boils down to, because we know he's trying to isolate himself with one-on-one plays.
Right.
It's now about outthinking Lokmanyu and trying to create that opportunity. Very patient from Afnan, and Lokmanyu will be feeling a little bit of pressure right now. He's not used to being under siege like this, and let's see how he can develop this play.
It feels like he's getting a taste of his own medicine over here. Lokman is usually the one
Yeah.
being on that attacking
Yeah, the
side.
gap's opened up. He has to shoot. This should be a goal. Yes, it is. No expression. Look at that. Oh, now finally some expression from Afnan. He just stared at the screen, like with just, this inevitability. Like, yeah, of course I was going to score. And it has been coming. I think he's really, really kept that ball well, been very smart with how he's moved the ball around in that final third. And yeah, we have a cracking game on our hands here. Not the foregone conclusion that a lot of us were expecting when we saw this fixture come out. And Afnan surely looks like he's found his confidence for this one, particularly in attack. In defense, yeah, when you start with your striker in defense, you're definitely going to concede, and hopefully he's behind that, and hopefully now Lokman can start building something as well.
Yeah, I think so far it's been about the game of possession, right? Whoever gets the better possession has a really good chance, and both these players they haven't let go of it. And just as we say it, Lokman
Yeah,
slips up, and again, this is what we were talking about right now. The benefit of doubt really lies on Lokman. If he can win this matchup, because if Afnan manages to steal this one through, then it's going to be a 2-0 wipe. In fact, for Kerala Blasters FC, because the next one is going to be heavily stacked for V Sharma. We know how good that player is, and he's feeling himself.
yeah.
He's on an unbeaten run.
Yeah, and again, Afnan very happy to keep that ball. He's playing it very well in those tight areas. And what a beautiful fake, incredible save! And it's all happening over here. Lokmanu, you can see he's in the focused gamer pose right now, back hunched, staring at the screen. Afnan is making him work very hard right now. And again, that was a little over ambitious over there, and Lokmanu will now look to just stabilize things, keep the ball, because Afnan looks a huge threat every time he has possession.
Oh yes, and he's been looking so attacking, right? This is exactly what we've seen Lokmani, pull off. And you talk about the past few encounters of Lokmani. If you could remember, one thing for sure, he used to love to make those little short passes, right? And they used to be in quick succession to each other. But sort of Afnan has done a really good job at keeping him away from making such passes. Trying to keep a lot of possession on him. Rather, it's Afnan who's playing the cards over here. He's got everything going in his favor. He's been creating the chances, and surprisingly and suddenly, we're looking at Afnan controlling the tempo of this game. And considering the fact that it's one each right now, of course, you would expect, after the halftime to hit. This is where we've got to expect someone trying to score one more and then a couple more to get the winner eventually and get things going. Because, all right, we love close contested matches, but we are not a really huge fan of draws, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean, obviously you want to see one team getting a clear victory wherever possible. But that's why we have three games per match. In case there is a draw, is always an opportunity for both teams to capitalize and keep going. And now for Afnan, it's about focus on defense, because I think we're going to see Lokmanyo doing to him what he has been doing to Lokmanyo. It's about focus. It's about keeping your defenders. He tends to go very wide with his arcs with his defenders, and the ball given away by Lokmanyo over there. And now Afnan, will he counter quickly? No, he's happy to keep possession. And again, now it's 3 versus 4 at the back, using Ronaldo, using those tricks. He's very good with that right stick. He's found his confidence back, particularly with all the skill moves. And he's looking for that gap, can't quite find it. And again, it's a similar pattern where he's keeping that ball in that central area, waiting for the runs to get triggered, waiting for that one opportunity, that one slip. And for Lukmanu, the way he likes to defend, I've noticed, is that he likes to be very set, very compact, does not want to make a tackle unless he is 100% sure of winning the ball, like he was over there, got the ball. So it does invite a lot of pressure when somebody is attacking you this way, right? With sustained pressure, attacking you in a way that Lukmanu is used to attacking other people himself.
Yeah, and this is something really hard to digest, right? Considering Lokmanu, usually you would on normal days sort of anticipate that he's going to be the one controlling the pace of the game, but that hasn't been the case up until now. We've seen Afnan playing so incredibly well, and now again, Lokmanu, he's got this chance being created off. He's got Ronaldo passing on towards Gullit. He's going to try and find that opening. I believe Pele is at a good area to be passed upon, but Vieira still going to take his time, passing off towards Cruyff, who will, eventually give it back towards Vieira. Now, this is a good chance
Yeah.
and could
Oh,
be a
that
goal.
should be a
There you
goal.
go.
Yes, it is. That's the cutting edge that Afnan has lacked in that final third. And also, I think you can say that it's a compliment to how well Lokmanya has been defending him, because he's not given him that gap at all. The gap appeared very quickly in comparison for Lokmanya when he was attacking Afnan, and plenty of time though for him to try and make something of this. But again, silly mistakes like that. When you haven't played pro at this level, your concentration can slip a little bit, and that's what Afnan needs to avoid. I think there is one aspect which is the mechanical aspect of being good with your controller and understanding the game and all of that, and the other, of course, is the mental aspect which all sports people need to have, of how you respond under pressure, and not making stupid mistakes, not giving your opportunity, your opponent an opportunity and a sniff to get in. And Lokmanu again, happy to make that move, and there he has it. Oh, well saved. It is Van der Sar, the main man again.
Almost, now this is where Lokmanu is picking up the pace. He's got that slight little edge, that advantage. But again, one comeback goal, and it comes down to nothing. So Kerala
Yeah.
Blasters FC, they've got to play on their toes, and Lokmanu does understand that. He knows the gravity of the situation over here, and Afnan has been looking incredible. And this is where V Sharma also decides to step in a little bit, giving a little bit of pointers, because he knows Lokmanu. These two lads have played against each other maybe like 100 plus times in the past, and they know each other's game. So he's gonna definitely give some tips off his books. But I'm pretty sure we've got to see how this comes out, as this corner has gone towards Pele, who's got a little bit back, trying to create the chance. But can Lokmanu deliver again?
Yeah, he's going to look for that cutback now, surely, and Afnan positioning it right, just about wins possession. And now he needs to realize, not you don't need to force the issue yet. You have plenty of time, and doing the right thing there, just slowing it down, taking time to settle down, and just get his bearings again, and start attacking, and get the same kind of controlled possession that he was getting in the first half. And now it's up to Lokmanu to again sit and defend that. Let's see if he can. Going for that
Oh,
ball, lazy onside. He could go for the cutback. He does, and just doesn't get the shot away. I think it took him
uh,
by surprise the fact that that ball even made it. And now on the counter attack, Lokmanu, will he go for the kill over here? No, that's well defended. Afnan had the opening and gets a little bit lucky with the bounce of the ball as well. And again, he needs to just he's going to look to just get settled. He likes to build patiently, and there that little lack of patience, that little frustration showing that he wasn't able to get it. And now surely Lokmanu, with the defense opened up a bit,
oh.
can't. No, he can't. It's Maldini over there, and now it's a good counter chance. Let's see if he can make the right decision. It is all about decision making over here, as I think he wins the throw. And we're into the last 10 in-game minutes. So that's roughly a minute in real world time that Afnan has to try and create something. And let's see what he can do.
This match is passing by in a jiffy, because so many chances are being created. We're not seeing the ball a lot around, that's the central area. It's
Yeah. Oh, he
either
has
left
the
or the
pass.
right side, and then
Oh.
again, there you go. The last chance created by Afnan, however, that really caught me off guard, because it was the defender who initially saved, right? Because the goalkeeper was beaten, but there you go, the counter attack being generated by Lokmanu. Mbappe passing it on, all going towards Maldini,
Yeah.
who indeed makes the ball go on towards the left hand side.
Yeah, and again, I think we've seen a lot of growth just through this game. You're seeing how Afnan has grown throughout this tournament. Like, he's being very smart with his decision making in general. Earlier, you were seeing him panicking, trying to play that early ball when it's just not there. But now we're seeing him being a little bit more calm on the ball. Of course, the results not quite working his way, but to push Lokmanu this far, I think is testament to how much he's grown from the start of this tournament.
Oh, 100% agree with you, because considering Afnan, I mean, I personally have seen this lad in online, right? Online matches, he's good. But once you enter the arena where you got your opponent right in front of you, sitting, and that's where the nerves kick in. And again, you've got a veteran like Lukmanu. It's
Yeah,
sure it gets upped by a notch,
yeah.
right? But still,
Oh wait, that's a risky ball over there by Lokmanu, and
it's been given away.
Afnan could capitalize here. He needs the right pass over there and wins the corner. Now I would expect him to go short from the corner. He does, and again setting up in that favored position of his. He likes to just set up just outside the box, Look at that. How many defenders are in there? There's probably like 7, 8 defenders inside that box at one point. And now on the counter attack, Lokmanya is going to see it out. There's nothing that Afnan can really do now. And yeah, this is game over. Unfortunate for FC Goa. In the end, maybe the result that we would have expected when we saw this fixture come around. But yeah, I think Afnan can have his head held high. I think he's really pushed Lokmanya all the way in this game. Almost found the equalizer himself. And that pretty much I think should be that as the game ends. 91 minutes or 92 minutes played, and it is the win for the Kerala Blasters.
Yeah, but like you said, he did give a run for his money to Lokmanya, because the way Afnan played, that was really incredible. I mean, we still applaud the kind of an improvement that this lad has, and finally being able to unleash his true potential. Even Lokmanya, by knowing the standards of his scales, and we've seen him play, right? He's not going to be happy about it. It's still a win though. But then again, there you have it. A very closely contested one, 2-1 being the scoreline, where if not, they try to create a lot of chances. Could have also been an equalizer if the defender hadn't chimed in at the last moment. But boy, oh boy, this was such an interesting game of FIFA. But the next one over here, I mean, we're witnessing surprises all along, right? So similarly, if you talk ideally in terms of ideal conditions, V Sharma going up against Akshat should be a one-sided affair. But I'm not going to be surprised this time, because Afnan has shown improvements. I'm pretty sure
Yeah.
Akshat has been receiving all that coaching tips from Professor Lokmanya over here, and I think
Yes.
that's going to be coming in play just in a while.
Yeah, of course, Lokmanya, as we've established, has or should be. We've petitioned that Lokmanya should have, as the shirt sponsor for Kerala Blasters says, his own FIFA coaching course on Byju's. We have started calling him the professor because of the amount of coaching, and you will see that as an audience as well, as we see this great goal scored there by Afnan. I think he's started this first half really, really, really well, and just slightly fell away towards the end, because then eventually Lokmanya's class showing through there. I think he would be very disappointed that he didn't get the goal. So he created a lot of chances. Very, very, very close game this. I mean, I would have probably thought that the fairest result overall would have been a draw, because I think both players were equally matched in this game. But this is the nature of the sport, and that probably could have been a goal as well. So lots of big incidents over there. Lokmanya has a smile now, but Akshat will soon be taking over. You see the little fist bump, and maybe a change in seat as well. And there we go.
Yeah, a few words being exchanged. Him also understanding that Afnan played really well, and does understand. He had that chance and almost did see it through. Could have been an equalizer over there, but Akshat, he's definitely the one over here. Under the limelight, because going up against V Sharma, oh, this is absolutely going to be a murder. But there you have it. The players are going to be changing their seats over here. V Sharma, he's all chill. He's spotting those long hairs. He's got a headband today. He's feeling confident. He's happy about it. Has got nothing much to worry. And the initial, I think, the first half will dictate, how the game goes, especially the first 30 minutes of the game. Because if Akshat can hold V Sharma off, then I think he's come well prepared, right? He's done his homework as to how to deal with V Sharma. But it is definitely going to be a really daunting task.
Yeah, it is going to be daunting for Akshat. But listen, I mean, we let's not discount anyone just yet. I think Akshat as well would have been working on his game over the last week. He's been a bit low on confidence. V Sharma, of course, has come through when his team has needed him this season. So let's see what he can do. I'm sure Akshat is going to have significant improvement, the way we've seen with Afnan as well. V Sharma with a little smile on his face. There have been a lot of jokes going around across the two tables, which unfortunately we are not privy to in the commentary box.
Yeah.
But let's see what they can do. I'm expecting this will be a close game as well.
This is where even I would want it to go down to the wire. And I believe, ideally what we can speculate over here is that this game is going to go till the for third game, where again, FC Goa, they're gonna have that ball in their court, right? Because they are so good in terms of their co-op. But a little bit of information coming out, 18 years of age. That's V Sharma. I mean,
Yeah.
at this time, he's playing FIFA competitively, and at this age, I was crying over a heartbreak. So
Yeah.
he's gone places, definitely.
Yeah, I was crying over a hard disk fail, but I mean, we all have different journeys in life at 18. But in any case, be interesting to see if we get stats for Akshat as well. Would love to see what his FIFA rank is as well. I think V Sharma is in the 2000s, 2117
Yeah.
is the rank that he has, and let's see what the ranks are for for Akshat in Kerala Blasters as well.
And well, I believe we've kind of weighed things up a little bit because considering how heated the atmosphere has become. I mean, right now the first game, of course, Kerala Blasters FC winning it out, but it was a close and a hard-fought victory for Lokmanu and
Yeah.
Akshat again. If the first time I saw Akshat playing, he was a little underwhelming, and we did see he could do a lot better. The second time, however, he showed signs of improvement, right?
Yeah.
This is the moment where he can. I mean, this as the saying goes, right? You've got nothing. You've already hit that rock bottom, and this is where you go all the way up. And I think
Yeah.
Akshat. Being a player who's always open to criticisms, I'm pretty sure Lokmani, who has been the one guiding him, I think he might be able to put up a really good fight, but we never know. Anything could happen, but we're gonna get live with the game, but after this short little break. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. You are watching eISL powered by Coca-Cola, and here we are with the second matchup of course, our second showdown for the day to begin. And we've got V Sharma all riled up to go against Akshat to, sort of level things up in terms of how things stand right now. For the ones that have joined the stream now, I mean, we did have a matchup prior to this where Lokman did manage to edge past Afnan in a 2-1 scoreline. So this is gonna be a really important match because if by any chance Kerala Blasters FC do win this one out there, we're looking at 3 points for them and the undefeated run that FC Goa have been having so far. It's gonna be broken over here.
Yeah, I think FC Goa, we can start calling them last minute FC because they just
Yes.
both their wins have been in the last match, sometimes even close to the last minute
Right.
for them. So their co-op play has been exceptional, but it's up to V Sharma now to make sure he takes the game till that final game. Again, no foregone conclusions over here. Akshat has been low on confidence, but we've seen with a player like Afnan also low on confidence, really gave Lokmanya a very, very tough game. And I expect this will be a KG1 for V Sharma as well. I mean, if Akshat can take it to halftime with the scores level, that's where maybe a few nerves, a little bit of uncertainty might start creeping in. So you never know.
So this is like a David versus Goliath situation now we're talking about, right? So
Yeah.
again, for Akshat to win this bout, what does he have to do, to go going up against V Sharma? I mean, the last encounter that V Sharma had did end up in a draw, which
Draw.
was pretty
Yeah.
close. I believe was against the Bengaluru FC boys. So you've seen that. You love analyzing the play. So tell me, Azim, that what are the chances where if Akshat plays it right, he can get past through V Sharma?
Yeah, I mean, I think V Sharma also is similar to how we saw Afnan play today, and I think today we saw the true nature of how Afnan plays is that he likes to keep possession,
Right.
really just camp outside that opposition half and create chances that way. And I think V Sharma is also similar to that. Akshat, I think for him the main priority is getting his defense sorted out. He's conceded a lot of cheap goals, you would have to say. Obviously, he can take a leaf out of Afnan's book and just triple check that his center forward is not playing in defense at the start of the game, which would make his life much easier and he won't concede an unnecessary first goal. But for him, he's looked fairly chilled out today. He's not looking particularly nervous. Obviously, he will be feeling it inside. More laughter for the FC Goa boys. They're having a bit of a laugh and a joke and everything. And I'm liking to see that, and that's the evolution that we're seeing, right? These boys are staying with each other pretty much now. They're going to be together for 4 months. It's been a week now that these guys have been together, and first day not much chatting. They were very like almost two strangers sitting alongside each other.
Yeah.
But now there's a lot more talking, a lot more communication, and I think through that, even their co-op game is going to get even better. So let's see if V Sharma can take it to that final game.
And which already was so good when they were just getting to know each other. Of course they've been rivals online because we're talking about this format of co-op happening for the first time, right? And this entire format, the two teams representing a club coming into play. So this is pretty much new territory, uncharted territory that we're talking about for all these players, right? So again, you've got to start pondering, how good they're going to be in the co-op game, because ideally you're going to be, waiting for that's going to happen. And we've seen FC Goa, they are so good at it, right? Especially their passing, that has been really phenomenal. But again, we're still waiting. Few technical issues happening, and this is nothing new for me, because being in the
Yeah.
broadcast industry for the past 2 years, I've seen the first initial few days you get those little, glitches here and there. Of course, when lands happen, that happens at the best of days, even at the best of the events. And our team is there trying to fix it all, making sure the action comes in for you guys, and in no time, right? But this is where I'm starting to speculate what's going on in the minds of V Sharma and Akshat, because enough time for Professor Lokmanyu to get on his coaching classes, give those last minute pointers. Do you remember this equation? Do you remember this thing that V Sharma
Yes.
does? How do you counter that? So few little pointers, and then the final pat, and well, there you go. Akshat is all alone in the battlefields, going up against a giant mammoth like V Sharma.
Yeah, and of course, Lokmanya wanting to get his drink along with him to enjoy watching the game. And yeah, I mean, obviously, few technical issues, that's fine. And I mean, like for me as a old boomer gamer, I have grown up in days where it wasn't just as simple as okay, you invite me for a game and you're connected and that's it. I mean, we used to have to sit in different clients, like I remember like GG client and G Arena and all that stuff to emulate LAN sitting from home and literally being on a phone with my friend. As we see over here, little stat, as you can see, I think the skill level over there, you see a rank of 1850, or rather FIFA score of 1850 for Akshat compared to the 2117 that we saw. So there is a skill gap, and I think that skill gap you can put it into numbers over here. For people who are newer to gaming ranking sort of numerology, in most exams you would say the lower the number the better your rank, but of course in this it's the higher the number the higher your rank. And yeah, there is a skill gap and a little bit of a technology gap also that we're experiencing today, and hopefully we'll be kicked off in no time.
Yeah, I mean, of course, Akshat being the older one over here, the more matured one, and there you go. The controllers have been assigned. Look, Manu, he's still, trying to multitask, chugging his Coca-Cola, and at the same time, making sure that Akshat makes no mistake. Because if none, that will mess up, having Kylian Mbappe on his defense. I mean, he's got to make sure that, that does not happen, at least with Akshat. Now that is a possibility. Now we've seen that happen, and we're gonna keep our eyes on that. And in tense times like that, things can happen. And this is where Lakmanu is like, dude, chill, don't worry, take things easy. And there you have the gaze coming in from V Sharma. This is where I would love to see his side. And there you go, production fulfilling our needs. And he's like, Lokmanu has got a few words for V Sharma. Go easy on Akshat. But I'm really waiting to see something surprising come out of Akshat because, like we said, right, David versus Goliath encounter, anything can happen.
Yeah, and Akshat, of course, has his headphones on. I think we've seen Visharma preferring to. We've seen a lot of difference in players that way. Some of the players like to have the in-game, the crowd noise and the commentary and stuff on in their ears, whereas others are just focused entirely on just the game itself and just their inputs, so that maybe also they can get a little bit of info from their teammates. I think that's also plays into the part of the strategy over there. A few last minute team changes I think being made. Still more coaching happening. There you go, he's taking his earphone. I think he's told Akshat over there to keep one ear open of the headphones just so that he can get some last minute coaching in on the side. So Akshat I think they need to get a 1 year headphone made for Akshat for this tournament, because we know that all throughout Lokmanya is going to constantly want to be in his ear and help him out and give him tips. So we see a little bit of dancing going on now.
Yeah.
Akshat, I think he's got a bit of music going on in there as well. So let's see what happens.
Yeah, and it's important, right? Considering.
So let's see what happens.
Yeah, and it's important, right? Considering how important this matchup is, and there we go, finally kicked off, and we've got, of course, Kerala Blasters FC having the possession on towards Akshat, with Mbappe leading the attack from the left wing.
Yeah, and Mbappe, of course, importantly leading the attack and not leading the defense, as we see Akshat off to a reasonably quick start. Let's see what he can do against V Sharma. Of course, a very confident player. He's created the opportunity. I think this is a goal. This is a goal. What a start! What a start for Kerala Blasters. V Sharma taken completely by surprise. Just did not expect that at all, and have Kerala Blasters pulled one out of the bag over here.
Oh, he's stunned. He can't believe what he just saw, and this is what we were talking about, ladies and gentlemen. The masala, the last minute, the way he switched his foot, getting the ball towards his right leg and then going in for the shot, making the world of difference. And V Sharma, he's been caught with his pants down out there. And now, boy, oh boy, he's got to get one in for himself, to try and level up the scores. And he is absolutely looking fierce. He looks to have that killer instinct. But the question remains, can he score, or is Akshat going to be sublime on his defense?
Yeah, I mean, for Akshat, the questionable aspect has always been his defense. Obviously, Lokmanya would have been working with him on it, and there we see, oh, that's beautifully worked. That's incredible.
Oh,
Oh, and it's wide. V Sharma cannot believe that's gone wide because it has worked so well. He just absolutely blitzed through three defenders of Kerala Blasters FC over there, and somehow that has gone wide, and V Sharma will just, oh my God, he'll be. It's just one of those where you're trying to aim it as far into the corner as possible, and now getting in behind, we have Akshat threatening to score a second over here, and V Sharma on attack he seems to be very potent, but on defense, it looks like Akshat has been working on a few tricks along with Lokmanya over there, and he definitely has taken him by surprise. But now there you go, a flying defender, and this should be a goal. Yep.
oh.
Normal service resumed. V Sharma gets the goal, and Eusebio has one for each team. And yeah, that I think that you saw that overcommitting from Akshat over there. Got a bit too excited with that slide tackle,
Right.
and you want to make a slide tackle in this game only when you are 100, not even 100, 200% sure of winning that ball. Because if you slide with your center back and get out of shape, you are going to be desperately exposed on defense.
And that is where V Sharma did capitalize, and again things are leveled up. And what a beautiful start for Kerala Blasters FC. But the happiness was really short-lived, as FC Goa have managed to get one in for themselves. As V Sharma, back in through passes going on for both the players, and he's gonna try and create one more chance over here.
Yeah, it does look he'll go for the cutback, but well blocked over there. He had three defenders in that place. Let's see if he can get it back. And now Akshat, I think for him his entire game has to be just score as many as you can, because holding V Sharma back, holding that mammoth attacking talent that he has back is going to be difficult. So for Akshat, it's like you just need to get the ball and make sure you make it count each time. And he's going with Gullet. He could have gone for a shot himself though. And now in the counter attack, this is where V Sharma is so dangerous, looking for the run of Pele down the right flank. And I think now he can settle in and take his time, running with the flank. Uh, Gets the ball to Gullit, but a bit impatient over there. And he will look for the counter. He gets the ball in behind the defense. Let's see if he can make something of this. He's kept it well. And yeah, V Sharma there just retreating to get his defense compact again. And now with Ronaldo bulldozing his way through pretty much, but Marquinhos is in everyone's team for a very good reason.
Yeah, and so far, I think again, V Sharma having that slight edge, but in terms of the score sheet that we have, they've still both leveled up. But like you said, Azim, I completely agree with you. I really feel the defense is a little bit way too open, in terms of the Akshat's man marking, and again,
There you
Yusubayo
go.
on the
This should
attack.
be a goal. Oh, he's worked that well, but well defended. He recovered well from that.
Oh, he did. And now this is so important for him, right? Because we know Akshat can pull off those surprising counterattacks, and this could be one of them. But he's taking his time, certain semblance of how Lokmanu likes to build his plays, going in from the left wing. And got to see if he goes in for a cross, or is it going to be a late
Oh,
cutback.
he's worked that well. I think he's going to go for that cutback over there, but defenders positioned well enough. And on the counter attack again, we're going to see V Sharma now has got a bit of his rhythm going. There we see a great little ball through, and it's Cafu of all people who's coming in there. And probably I think he would have wished that it was Mbappe, although just getting away with that there, Akshat. Very, very close.
Oh yeah, and right now the kind of the tempo we are looking at, it's been a catch-up game again for Rakshat. He's trying to cope up with the pace of V Sharma. He's setting everything up, but that hasn't really been reflected, like we just discussed, on the scorecard. Because V Sharma, he scored one in. He's creating a few more chances, but this time, I really feel Akshat's defense has been looking tight. It's been looking good. They've got the proper man marking over there, if you can see it. And now, again, he's on the attack,
Yeah.
and this could be a chance.
Yeah, this could be a chance, and he should. Oh, that's getting the block in over there. Akshat is just backs to the wall whenever he's defending. Very, very interesting. And oh, that's a great ball. What a brilliant cross scissor
Ooh!
kick over there, and somehow defended. That took him completely by surprise because you don't usually see players going for crosses in this game. But he found Gullit with pinpoint accuracy, went for the flare shot as well. The scissor kick didn't work out, and now again Mbappe on the counter attack. And you have to say that Akshat is causing V Sharma problems when he's on the counter. Again, he's going for that one, always looking, and he could be in over here. He could
Oh,
be
he
in, but
overthought.
no, doesn't quite
Uh,
work out for him.
do you think he just overthought over there? Because I could see few opening spaces. He could have given the pass, could have gone for an instant first touch goal. Do you
Yeah,
think?
I think it's also getting a little predictable now for V Sharma to know what Akshat is trying to do over there. And yeah, now, oh, that's a poor giveaway. But for Akshat, I think he's going to get into that position repeatedly. But he needs to try to do something different each time. It can't always be the cutback, and I'm sure that's what Lokman is telling him as well, saying it can't always be that cutback. You have to maybe try to fool V Sharma. Maybe go for another trick. Maybe pass the ball out to the edge of the box. Maybe go for a shot and take him by surprise. But you have to add a little bit of variety to what you're doing.
And this is where you start pondering. If you're V Sharma, you've got your headphones off. Can you hear what Lokmanu is telling? Because it's a quiet
Yeah,
room. They're sitting quite next to each other, almost, right? So
yeah.
unless and until it's Chinese whispers, it's audible. And V Sharma, I mean, he's not happy with himself. You would of course expect much better out of him, and he also realizes that. And I think the second half it's gonna be really deadly. And Afnan, he's gonna not meddle in V Sharma's business right now. He knows that V Sharma is the more experienced player, and he knows what needs to be done to get a victory for his team, and he's gonna try and do that exactly as we do have the second half kicking off. And there you have FC Goa trying to get that one goal lead up here. There have been flurry of attacks, but this time we must say Akshat's defense has been looking good.
Yeah, he has obviously, I think, along with Lokman, been working on his defensive technique. That's a bit of a poor ball over there, but no harm done for V Sharma. And yeah, this is, of course, that's very well worked though, but very well defended as well. And right now, FC Goa's winning streak is on the line because V Sharma doesn't get the win over here. The best that FC Goa can get out of this entire match is a draw, and he's
Ooh!
straight through. Surely this has to be a goal.
Oh no!
Overcomplicated it. Akshat just second guessing himself. All he needed to do was pull that trigger. He didn't need the shot fake or anything else. Just pull the trigger, and that's a goal. And now V Sharma, you can see he's rattled. You can see he was. This is not the way he was expecting this to go. In all the banter before the games, you could see Lokmanya and Akshat saying, "Hey, go easy on me. Don't beat me 5-0 or 6-0." But right now it's 1-1, and it's so close. And V Sharma now needs to change tack, maybe think of a different way. And
Oh,
Akshat has won the ball high up again. Can he get the right pass? Again, the wrong decision.
Azim.
This could have been 3-1 right now. And V Sharma has to now make Akshat
You know
pay. And he's given it away again. And
what's
it's
happening?
just all. V Sharma has lost the plot entirely. And again, Akshat can't capitalize.
So many chances. I really felt the one previous to prior to this one, had he passed it on towards Ronaldo, that could have been a goal. And this is gonna
Yeah.
bite Akshat in the back later on, because these are gifts, right? These are gifts which he should have accepted gracefully, rather than just throwing it off. And V Sharma is on his attack now.
Yeah, and this is where V Sharma is so strong there, right? The close control in the box. Akshat bringing the keeper out. A bit of a bold move over there. Could have left himself open to a chip. But this is very, very end to end right now. He's using the pace of Mbappe over there to get in behind Marquinhos. He does it. Will he go for that favored move running down the byline as well. No, this time I think maybe it's something that's come from Lokmanya saying, okay, you know what, you need to stop doing that, do something different, and something different may just work out for him. Nope. V Sharma shuts the door, and this is just so tense right now. You just don't know which way this is going to go.
Oh, this is getting so exciting. And now again, V Sharma with his attack on Pele.
Yeah,
He's
there
not
you
gonna
go.
miss this one, and
Oh
there you
yes,
go.
that's into the corner, and that's so unfortunate. You have to feel for Akshat because he's had the chances. He could have been leading this one, and that's I'm sure what Lokmani will be telling him as well, that you're playing well enough to be able to get this draw or even get the win, but just don't overthink it. Play on instinct. Your instincts are what got you to this tournament. That's what got you selected by Kerala Blasters. So it's just up to him now to put everything else to the side and just start playing his normal game, his instinctual game.
Yeah, I mean, again, like I said, Azim, it's gonna start biting him in the back right now because, you know, he had so many chances, not one, but almost, I believe, around three, and he did not capitalize. And this is where, V Sharma, he's got that lead. He's definitely gonna want to bolster it
Yeah. Oh
up a little
yeah. This
more.
this could be the goal. Nope, not quite. Again, I think Akshat bringing that keeper out is just throwing V Sharma off a little bit as he finds the ball. Will it be? Oh, it's a
Oh
great ball! Surely he has to be in.
no!
It's in! I don't believe this. I don't think Lokman can as well. He's got his head in his hands. It's saved. Was that saved or deflected wide? Because that looked in all the way.
Oh my goodness! What
Oh,
I'm
wait, hang on. Will he go for the cutback? He's
no!
got the header.
Yes,
Bandazar flies through. It's all happening over here. Still has the ball. It's pinball inside that box, and now it settles down. Gullit with the ball. He's got the opening with Pele. Will he go for the shot? Nope. Can't do it this time, and he wins the corner. What an ridiculous last couple of minutes we've seen here.
oh, this is getting exciting than as ever. As Pele again, he gets one more chance, and well, they're gonna make a
Oh my
few
goodness.
changes in personnel, and this is where Lokmanu is patting him in the back. He's telling you're doing a good job because this is not the time to ponder on your mistakes, right? This is the time where you gotta get that equalizer at least because that is gonna ensure that you're gonna get that. That 1 point at least secured, if he can score one in. And oh my goodness, so many chances. I believe if we can really have the statistics of shots taken, the chances being created, I'm pretty sure Akshat has got more
Yeah, no, I think
than
we
V
would be
Sharma
happy to
because he
get the
got
statistics
so
on
many, so many.
for this one. So let's see what they can do. And now FC Goa again on the attack. Um, let's see if they've made. I think he's gotten Cristiano Ronaldo in place of Mbappe, but now V Sharma is on the attack. And will he get the goal? Nope, not just yet. And again, just well defended there by Akshat, and now he can try to counter attack.
Oh, oh God. I mean, we never thought this would be, so outrageous, but this is happening, this is getting in deep, close, and personal. We've got
Yeah.
Ronaldo. If you could just get that cross a little
Yeah,
bit
he's
in.
got the cutback, and oh
Oh,
my goodness, just
again.
not quite getting the shot. And again, you can see Lokmanu's hand in the side saying, "Okay, no worries, we get the next one, we'll get the next one," and the next one could be coming now again. This is so close. Both these games have been such nervy battles. And now, oh, that's well done. Using Cruyff brilliantly. Will he go for the shot? He has to go for the shot. It still falls to him. He has to score. He hasn't. It's blocked. Unreal.
Even he can't believe himself with what is really happening, and he's got to, cue that pause. He's got to make those last-minute changes. But before that being happening, he's got one more chance, maybe, as Mohamed Salah. He's gonna make a move over here, and if he
Yes.
can get across,
It's
maybe.
Salah on the wings, but the Egyptian king couldn't make it happen. It's just, oh my god, this has been such an absolute roller coaster, this game.
Look at it, look,
And
Manu.
oh my god.
Oh, I mean, this is a delight. This is something that which we really thought initially to be one-sided. Boy, oh boy, V Sharma definitely a lot of slip-ups on his defense, and Akshat hasn't been able to capitalize it. But those last-minute changes being made, and Professor Lokmanu really trying to help him out over here at this case, and he knows that a victory can be there, can be in the books for Kerala
Yeah.
Blasters FC, and if he could just score. But he's got at least the last two chances remaining, and FC Goa, they've got to defend with everything that they've had.
Oh yeah, and Akshat, and he's creating great chances for himself. Again, just walks himself outside the box, and now it's the counter attack. He's shaking his head. He must be so disappointed, but he wins the ball back again. And now V Sharma has to just try to see it out, unnecessarily going for that ball over there. If he wanted to, he could have just seen the game out with that play. And now he's given the opportunity back to Akshat, who still has a chance. This will surely be the last attack of the game. We're into the 90th minute. Still has the ball. He's just been given every opportunity in the world. Just have the shot, and it's saved. And that
Oh,
is
it.
finally full time. What an intense battle we have seen over there. Rai smile over there from V Sharma. I think he's almost an apologetic smile, because I think he must believe that when he took that shot, which was somehow deflected wide, he must have thought that that was 2-all right there. He's shaking his head. But listen, it's the result that counts. It was
Yeah.
2-1 the way of Kerala Blasters in the first game. It's 2-1 the way of FC Goa. And they have been heart attack FC this entire tournament. They have everything to play for in the co-op game. 2-1 in this game to V Sharma. And unfortunately for Akshat, you really have to feel for him, because he threw everything he had in that last few minutes.
I mean, 100%. The bodies were there on the line and everything. But again, I think he could just work a little bit on that finish a little bit. He had so many chances being created, so many chances where he kind of overthought a little bit, where he misread that pass, mistimed the pass. Look, I mean, this was looking like Akshat's game all along, with the way V Sharma was slipping up on his defense. And of course, he's got that win, he's got that important victory. But in the highlights, we're gonna get a look at
Yeah.
how all these goals were created. And there you go, the first one, an absolute shocker. But then we've got FC Goa instantly replying, without any delay. And this had to be a really beautiful one. But after that, we witnessed so many chances getting created, but somewhere down the line. But
Yeah, this one, the scissor kick was just incredible.
yeah.
And every time it was chance after chance for both teams at one point. This was, of course, I think this was the goal. It was worked beautifully. And but now what you're going to see was just absolute carnage, where this ball made it through. Let's have a look at what actually happened. Did the keeper save it? The keeper
Oh,
did
last
save it and
moment,
tip it
yeah.
wide. Yeah. Van der Sar, like, just sack all your other keepers, guys. Van der Sar, he's the man.
He's the man of the hour. But this is not yet over, right? This all boils down to the final game, the masala that Kerala Blasters FC, well, the famous for in the real world. This is what we've been all wanting. FC Goa going up against Kerala Blasters FC, the final matchup to decide who emerges as the victor. And we know FC Goa's their co-op games, they've been sublime, they've been so good, right? Every single time they come in, Afnan, certainly he gets his confidence on a different level. But this is so necessary. Even when you're having those tough days ahead, you manage to keep your cool. You could have got this. But this is again a really good progressive graph going on for Akshat, right? Every single time he comes in, he surprises us, right? He surprises us, he
Yeah.
impresses us. Yes, of course, a lot of pundits can argue. He could have gotten a finisher out there. He could have maybe possibly ended with a draw. But I'm happy from what I saw from Akshat's side, because considering we've still got a long way to go, I think Kerala Blasters FC, if they can improve by the day every single time, then by the last month, I think they're gonna start looking so really deadly.
Yeah, and I think so far both the games, I mean, we've got the results that we were expecting out of both games, but not in the manner we were expecting them at all. And let's see if that pattern continues, because over here we have our expectation, of course, is that the coordination between the FC Goa boys has been very, very good in the first two games that they've played. We would expect that to continue. But we've seen Lokmanyu and Akshat as well do decently in their co-op games. They've been defensively reasonably solid. So yeah, it's been so nail biting. I'm still almost recovering from those last in-game 15 minutes that we saw between Akshat and V Sharma, because that was just heart attack after heart attack. You had no idea what's going on, just swinging like a pendulum one way and the next. It's just incredible to watch, and I think we're ready to kick off. And yeah, slightly wider camera view, which is of course the co-op view, which allows the players to see more real estate on the pitch, to be able to create more, to pass over longer distances. And let's see if they can, if Kerala Blasters or indeed FC Goa can close this one out, because whatever the result of this game is going to be the result of the overall match.
Yes, and I think the way things have started off, we are seeing, Lukmani try to create a lot of good
Oh, that's well
chances.
worked. Will they go for the cutback again? He goes for the cross, and of course, because it's Pele, but will he go for the shot with Vieira? No, with Ronaldo. Goes for the shot still. Oh my goodness. And that was, of course, I do believe the red marker is Lokmanyu and the blue is Akshat. So we will be able to see a little bit. I think on defense, it's fairly easy to identify which of the two FC Goa boys is defending. But on attack, they're very similar to each other, so hard to tell.
Yeah, and it's a start that we really did anticipate. Both the teams going after each other. Vieira, of course, getting the tackle in their favor. Cruyff, he's marching in from the right wing, and pretty much a long through pass. Was that, or it was a long shot?
Yeah, I mean, I think he was trying to switch it to the far post, but clearly just got the directional input slightly wrong, and that is something that tends to happen now and then. If you get the angle of your analog stick just slightly off, it'll play the ball straight to the keeper rather than the pass that you anticipated. And now, very uncomplicated this one. He should go for the shot, and again he gets the header, and that's a goal. That is a goal, and FC Goa continuing their amazing form in co-op.
And I think this is exactly, this is exactly what the fans of FC Goa would have been hoping for. For them to go big, and there you have it. Okay, Kerala Blasters FC. They opened they tried to open things up, but this one, initially getting deflected, and then Ronaldo making sure that he sees the end of things over here, as FC Goa have managed to get one end for themselves, as Kerala Blasters FC, just a little bit behind. They've got to get that equalizer. The question is when.
Yeah, I mean, there's plenty of time left in this game. So, and they have looked fairly threatening going forward as well. Attack is a strength for Lokmanyu and Akshat, as we've seen. But I'm sure from Lokmanyu's point of view, it's going to be what we saw, fairly similar to what we saw against, I think it was Jamshedpur, where it's going to be Lokmanyu saying, you know what, let me handle the playmaking, let me handle that final ball. You just finish it and put it in the back of the net. But unfortunately for Akshat, that's what he's been struggling with today. The finishing just has not quite happened.
Yeah, I mean, if he could get a few finishes over here, I think Lokman is going to be elated. It's a good chance that he's been created. Akshat, he's got to make that pass onto it. Cruyff, and well, we've got to see that famous cutback that we've seen a lot during the eISL, but decides to, to delay things for long.
Yeah, Akshat's got in well over there, and this is a chance. Lokmanyu trying to work that shooting opportunity, but again, this has been a hallmark of the FC Goa boys when they're in co-op. Their defense is absolutely rock solid, and now taking their time to build that play, not going for they don't need to go for a quick counter attack because they have the lead, so they can take their time, keep building up that play, keep that clock timer ticking down. Frustrate the Kerala Blasters boys, because there's nothing worse in FIFA 22 when you don't have the ball.
I mean, 26 minutes pass by, and FC Goa, they still do have that one goal lead over Kerala Blasters FC. And, the way things have been going, Kerala Blasters FC, they've been creating chances, right? Both Lokmanyu and Akshat. But towards the very end, when you've got a score, that's where, the defense really comes into play for FC Goa, and they've been looking good. Again, another chance being created. Let's see what they can get out of it.
Yeah, that's a cross to the back post, and it's
Oh.
Mbappe, but not quite. And it was a good ball in there. I think Akshat was the guy who delivered the ball in, and they are going to look to work this corner short. I mean, co-op does open a few avenues tactically in terms of corners, because you can try to work headers better. I think that's offside. And no, it's not. And Akshat goes for the shot, hits the post, and again it's chaos. Akshat is just attracting. He's an agent of chaos, and again it's off. It's saved with Van der Sar's legs, and now suddenly it's FC Goa on the counter attack. And oh my goodness me, he must be just looking at that goal and wondering, what does it take for me to get the ball in there? It's just absurd.
Oh, this is so disgusting. I mean, Kerala Blasters FC, they were closer than they could have ever been. Finally, taking those shots, taking those chances. But again, on the positive side of things, now they're starting to hit the shots, right? They were not getting that opening. Now again, trying to keep the possession on. They've been cutting past the defense, but hitting that shot, the finish has somehow been missing.
Oh, that should be no. He's well covered, and again saved by Van der Sar. Just man of all matches. Van der Sar today has just been insane. The kind of saves we've been seeing, and now again on the counter attack. This is where FC Goa can be very deadly. They're trying to take their time. I think they just want to see this out to halftime. They just want to get in there, reconvene, just to collect their thoughts. Just a few minutes to run down the clock now. I don't expect to see them actively pressing for a goal until we hit that 44-45 minute mark. And yeah, continuing to keep the ball. Sroot Gullit over there. And now I think it's opened up a bit. They will try to go for the opportunity now. Takes the shot, blocked, but still the possession remains with FC Goa. Ronaldo being bullied off the ball there by Pele, and now I'm quite sure we're going to hear that halftime whistle. And the boys were lots to discuss for both sets of players over here. And I mean, Akshat will just be cursing his luck today. I don't think he can quite believe what's happening.
Yeah, I mean, this is where I've been hitting everything, I've been trying everything, but it's not seeing the end of things. And Akshat at this point, he's improved by eons. We're liking it. The fans are loving it, but still, I believe there's a lot left into this game, because honestly, the boys from FC Goa, we know they're really good at co-op, but now I really feel even after having that one goal lead, they somehow seem to be behind in terms of the overall game. The way the chances are being created by the players of Kerala Blasters FC, Lokmanu and Akshat, both of them, they're working hard, and I'm pretty sure it's going to be such a hard fought victory if FC Goa can see the end of things over here.
Yeah, and this game as well, just like the two games we've seen before this, it just has like a 2-1 written all over it. And I'm almost 90% certain that we're going to see a 2-1 in this game as well. But which way it's going to go, that I could not predict.
I mean, that's going to be so tough. But, the initial, I think, 20 minutes, they're going to be really important of this second half. If, Kerala Blasters FC, they can manage to create an equalizer, that is where we can start speculating a comeback from their side. But from what we are, privy to right now is now FC Goa have started keeping possession of the ball a little bit much more, right? This is something that there was completely missing in the first half. They were relying heavily on counter attacks and giving up the ball away. Now this could bite them.
Yeah, I mean, you don't want to be giving the ball away straight in midfield, passing it to your opponent at any level of the game, let alone at the eISL. Again, they've won the ball back. They can't be careless in midfield, in defense. There you go again. That was careless. You did not need to run over there, overran the ball, and now just inviting pressure upon themselves. And they have that lead. They need to make sure they keep it for their sake. And now we're going to see just trying to run in for the hills with Eusebio. That's a good turn. And now he's got a little bit, is that a foul? No. A little bit of advantage given by the referee over there. That's fine. And Kerala Blasters, they desperately need to get hold of the ball and just work their way up to the opposition box. We're seeing the Kerala Blasters boys being pressed very high by FC Goa. They don't want to allow them to camp outside the box, which is obviously a good decision. But now here for Akshat in the box just will not happen for him today. And will they go for the quick counter over here? I wonder. No, it's smart play over there, and little risky, but that's the right thing to do. Don't need to go direct over there. As
Oh,
a bit of a flying tackle from Pele,
yeah.
and yeah, they're doing the right thing over here. You need to try to take the sting out of the game, and but at the same time also keep progressing forward, keep moving your team forward, keep at least creating the illusion that you're trying to score a goal, and they might just over here with the lovely bit of work from Pele, well defended there. That's Lokmanu. He only makes a tackle when he's sure, and he was certain of his positioning there. And again now, Kerala Blasters FC have seen a lot of the ball in this half, but not really been able to do much with it. I think whatever tactics have been spoken about by FC Goa are clearly working. You see again that double team press over there, where one going to the ball and one covering that cutback. As we're going to see, that's a recurring theme in this tournament, particularly in the co-op matches, because so many teams have scored that cutback goal that now everybody has a plan in place for it, and FC Goa now again on the counter attack.
Oh yes, they certainly are. I mean, they haven't gotten a lot of chances created for themselves, right? The one they got, they did manage to score it out.
Well,
Mbappe
this could
going
be a
in.
chance, and there you go again, trying to do the unpredictable thing with Pele. Just a poor giveaway over there. We won't be pleased with that. And now Lokmanu is looking. He's getting Akshat to make the runs off the ball for him. He wants to move that defense all around. He wants to make those wide runs so the defense gets spread a little across, because they're very, very compact right now. The narrower the defense is, the harder it is to find gaps in it. And oh, that's a poor ball. And on the counter attack, not many options to pass through. There's pretty much a very, very high press, almost I think a constant pressure press that's been applied by Kerala Blasters over here. And it will eventually lead them to being a little exposed on the counter attack, as we see over here. But again, well defended. It's on a knife edge. It is absolutely on a knife edge. There's just one goal to decide what's going to happen in this tie. So much at stake here for both sets of teams.
Yes, and I think now, with every passing second, the chances of Kerala Blasters FC seeing an equalizer looks to be get slimmer. And FC Goa, in terms like this, if they can get one more goal, I mean, that would be the final kill, right? That would be the final nail in the coffin. They can, get another 3 points secured for themselves. And
Yeah. Oh,
there you
that's a
go.
great
This is a
ball
good
through.
opening.
This should be it. Surely he has to wrap it up now. Just take the shot. There you go. It's in the corner, and Kerala Blasters FC unfortunately look like they're going to be losing this. But hey, my prediction still has time. I predicted a 2-1, and I am fully expecting Kerala Blasters FC to get their one goal in these last few minutes.
And it had to come off a counter attack, right? And most of and this is going to be so much exhausting for both Lokmanu and Akshat, right? They had been trying, they have been so aggressive, they've been keeping the pressure on every single time. But when it all mattered, it's again the boys from FC Goa, the boys in orange that have seen things through. And there you go, a 2-0. And I don't think there's anything remaining from this game. Maybe a consolation goal can help to bolster their morale up a little bit, because today's day again, quite similar to their clash off against a Bengaluru FC, where things were looking so tight again for Kerala Blasters boys over there. As we've just got last 8 minutes remaining. Few chances can be created, but well, Kerala Blasters FC, they've got to be clinical in this one.
Yeah, I mean, if they want to get anything out of this, and we did see this in the previous game as well, where there were just chances created absolutely out of nowhere. And now, although I think FC Goa, you can see they have acres and acres of space to run into at the back. It could well be 3-0 at this rate, because you can understand it. Kerala Blasters FC need to attack. They need to go. You've seen they've put on the ultra attacking game plan. So there's no, for them defending is pretty much secondary over here. They know that they have to ride their luck a little bit. And speaking of luck, he may just reach there, not quite, but he does get the ball as well. And now on the counter attack, they do have a little bit of an overload. You've got Maldini, is it? No, Maldini in defense. It looked as if there was a Cruyff or a Ginola over there. And now, yeah, it's just, I think FC Goa's defense in this game has been phenomenal. They've just nullified everything that Kerala Blasters FC have thrown at them. And they could well be on course for a 3-0 over here. As Root Gullet in the box, is that a penalty? It's just all happening as the game ticks down. It's a bit of a, you have to feel for Kerala Blasters FC, because they put in a lot of work, and you can see even the FC Goa boys now they're chilled out, but I think at 1-0 they were really stressed out. And on the whole, I think you have to say probably just about deserved, and the first team to head into a 3-game winning streak.
Yeah,
Just not something we would have thought when we saw the first game.
yeah, I mean, kind of being leveled in terms of Chennai and FC, who've been looking so stellar, even on the overall standings, playing the 3 games, seeing everything through. And yeah, both these teams, FC Goa and Chennai FC, they've been phenomenal. But again, a very unfortunate day for Kerala Blasters FC. So many chances created, and suddenly, all these smiles on the faces of Akshat seems to have vanished by, because this is where he gave his 110%, right? He broke past his limits, but was just not enough. As again, the co-op run for the boys in orange goes strong, as they've managed to secure a 2-0 goal score at that towards the very end, winning and ensuring those 3 points for themselves. So let's take a look at the scorecard and finally have a formal announcement being made, because well, the way things started off, of course, Lokmanu did get a win for his team. Then V Sharma managed to sort of steal one, I must say, because Akshat had so many chances, but again it was the final game that had to be the decider. And in that we did see Kerala Blasters FC creating so many chances, but again on the counter attack, Afnan and V Sharma delivering, and there you have it, 3 points earned for FC Goa.
Yeah, I mean, it's very unfortunate this result for Kerala Blasters, because they did play really well. I think particularly in the individual games, they deserved maybe a little bit more out of that. And I think they just went into the co-op game against two boys who are completely in sync with each other. I think they really understand how the other plays. They're very organized in defense, particularly to not give players like Lokmanya and Akshat, who were creating chances almost for fun in previous games, to just completely shut them out and almost give them, I think, just limit them to one clear chance in that entire game. I think that's a phenomenal performance.
Yeah, and again, has to be a disheartening day, like I said, for Kerala Blasters. Of course, they're improving by the day. The other day, when they lost to Bengaluru FC, I had a chat with Lokmanu, and he was not happy. He said, he was creating so many chances, but the defense was so rock solid, and Kerala Blasters FC, they've been playing good. They've been trying so much, but hasn't really been their day again. And I think we've got to see them coming back stronger maybe next time when they come into play. But now we've got to make guesses as to which player will be the hero of the match. And Azim, who do you think should get it?
Ooh, well, we're going to find out now anyway, I think. And it is, V Sharma. I think he probably just about deserves it. I think for the way he organized the co-op game and hanging on somehow, although I'm not sure he was entirely responsible for the hanging on in the game against Akshat. But I think we'll probably get to speak to him again. I think it's becoming a pattern of us speaking to V Sharma after every FC Goa game.
Yeah, and I mean, this is where I would love to talk to Afnan, because I want to hear more out of him, because we did see that surge in confidence. But again, V Sharma being a deserved hero of the match. A few slip-ups, however, we must say, in that game against Akshat, but he's that much clinical, right? The chances that he gets, he delivers, he scores,
Yeah,
and that is it. That is what matters towards the end of the game. Does not matter the 100 chances you've created, right? It all
yeah.
comes down to that one goal you scored, and V Sharma did, be at the good side of it. But this time again, we're talking so much about V Sharma. Let's directly head in to an exclusive interview, not with V Sharma though. Our wishes have been granted over here, Azim, as Afnan
Nice.
is in fact waiting for us on the other side. And I feel with this victory, my lad, I feel the nerves, the butterflies must have gone by, because you were looking absolutely phenomenal today. What an amazing game. Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you, Fixes. It was a great game. Like, it was a very tough game, of course. Like, all the teams are very good. So it was again a very tough game, and again we are clutched up in 2v2. So yeah, it was a great game.
Yeah, I think you guys, your 2v2 performances have been really, really good. I think you all look very, very organized when you all are defending, particularly. I just want to know, as an outsider, when you were watching that game between V Sharma and Akshat, and just the kind of chances that were being created and Akshat not being able to put it away, what were you feeling at that time? And could you believe that some of those shots were not going in?
Yeah, I mean, he had some clear-cut opportunities, but he could not convert it. And I was, of course, happy that he wasn't scoring them, because I wanted the game to go into 2v2. So,
Yeah.
yeah, he was unlucky, but at the end of the day, it is what it is.
Following things up, we did not really expect this tie-up. Okay, we were thinking V Sharma to be going up against Lokmanyu. So was that your initial plan? Because you going up against Lokmanyu and V Sharma going up against Akshat. So when you knew that Lokmanyu was your opponent, what were the things going on in your mind?
Yeah, I was a little bit nervous because obviously Lokmanyu is one of the best in the country. He's a very experienced player, and so I was a little bit of nervous. But when the game started, I felt that like I could score and I could maybe win the game. And but yeah, he showed his experience and he won the game. But it was okay. It was a good game.
But there you had it, the surprise package. I think we are all privy to that. You both been phenomenal at those co-op games. But I must say you've been given a run for your money today, because even in the co-op games, I felt that the Kerala Blasters FC boys, they were really creating some good chances. So talk me through what was going in your heads down then, because you've been relying heavily on the counter attacks. Were you for a moment, second guessing yourself that maybe they could get a few in?
Yeah, so they were very good in their co-op game. Like they were putting a lot of pressure on us, keeping the ball very well, and we were a little bit nervous because they were creating chances. But after we scored the second goal, we were a little bit confident that yeah, like we can keep the ball for 10 minutes. But yeah, it was a very good game. They were very good in the co-op actually. Yeah.
Again, a well-deserved victory for you boys, and I think you're gonna enjoy that undefeated streak going on for you, hot and sitting almost at the tippity top of the
Yeah.
leaderboards. I'm gonna let you off right now. You've got a party going on, maybe in your hotel after this, and few FIFA sessions, of course, following it up again. We would like to wish you best of luck for your future matches to come.
Thank you, Vixes. Have a good day.
Take care, buddy.
So there you go, right? I mean, he was pretty much vocal about it, right? He wanted his team to win, and I mean, it's understandable, it's justified. He was the one, Jo Manman mein, he's happy that Akshat is not scoring. That's good. That's
Yeah,
good. Keep it going, because had
yeah.
that happened, had he scored, then the things could have been completely different over here.
Yeah, and no, and I'm just glad that we're seeing now the best out of, even though they lost their matches today, but we're seeing a lot of improvement, a lot of confidence from Afnan and both Akshat as well, because they both had very rocky starts to this
Yeah.
tournament. But as it's progressing, we're at match 3 for both teams right now. So I think it's good to see everybody. And that's what we want to see. We want to see everybody at the top of their game, bringing their A game, and slowly but surely we're getting there.
Yeah, we definitely are. And even for Kerala Blasters FC, I mean, this is not everything lost, right? We are seeing them progress, and especially Akshat, improving by eons. He's got to work a little bit on those finishes, though. And if you can, I mean, you're looking at a victory next time. But, folks, that was all we have for today. Before we head off, of course, we've got to thank our associate partners, Hero, our esports partners, Nordwind Gaming, and our platform partners, PlayStation, for making this event happen. And we've got a lot of matches for you in store, but just not for tonight, as we're going to be calling it a night. And that being said, have a good night, good evening, and go for some parties out there, go clubbing, or maybe watch Hero ISL, which is going to follow up right after